Two more officers tied to that raid on Breonna Taylor's apartment resulting in her death have been terminated.
Officer Miles Cosgrove and Joshua Janes were two of three officers there the night the Grand Rapids native was shot and killed in her Louisville apartment. Louisville Metro Police previously fired and charged one of those officers.
News 8's Whitney Burney joins us now live from the newsroom after speaking with some of Taylor's family still here in West Michigan after months of protest for this decision. Whitney?
Well, Brian and Sue, that list of demands included firing those officers, arresting them, and charging them. The family also was calling for heavy police reform across the board. They say doing just one of those things seems more like a stunt rather than a step toward actual change. Almost a year after a botched raid that claimed Breonna Taylor's life, her family says the city of Louisville is serving just a crumb of justice.
As for the firing of the officers, I just think that it comes with procedure and protocol.
The Grand Rapids native was shot and killed in her Louisville apartment back in March. After her story got national attention and sparked fierce protests across the nation, the city announced they would fire one of three officers tied to her death. The Taylor family was later awarded a settlement of $12 million. Shortly after that, Kentucky's top law enforcement announced charges of wanton endangerment against that one officer. No charges directly related to Taylor's death. Now today, officers Miles Cosgrove and Joshua Janes also out.
It's just not justice to tell someone that they'll lose their job. Breonna didn't just lose her job, she lost her life. And that you can't get back.
While the officers will be able to move on, Taylor's family says they're still mourning a loss, and black and brown people still live in fear of facing violence at the hands of police.
We are not going to stop mobilizing. We're not going to stop until what is necessary to change the outcomes of police, our black lives being lost.
Gordon says if the stories of people like Breonna, Ahmaud Arbery, George Floyd, and countless others isn't enough to show you black and brown people live in a different America, police reaction at the U.S. Capitol versus at Black Lives Matter protests through the summer is a crystal clear picture.
I'm not surprised that the handling of them versus the way that they handle us is the way that it is. They've painted that picture for centuries. I mean, starting with Christopher Columbus.
Now tonight, Taylor's family tells me with the outcome of the Georgia Senate races and with President-elect Joe Biden set to take office in a few weeks, they are hoping for big changes across the board as far as police reform is concerned. In the newsroom, Whitney Burney, News 8.